Everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be going over the markets, what's been happening, looking at Bitcoin price falling again, and looking at some news and talking about some other things as well. CryptoBitcoinChris we're going to be talking about as well. I'll put a link down below. CryptoBitcoinChris, if you don't know him, he's a fellow YouTuber and a great YouTuber at that as well. So want to support him. He's got a brand new channel up because YouTube have kind of stopped him from posting new videos. And just to let you know, CryptoBitcoinChris posts every single day, nearly every single day. He's done 450 videos in the last year, I think it was. He was saying just over a year. And they've stopped him from posting, and they've taken some of his videos down for no reason. They've not told him what it is. So he's got a new channel because he still wants to tell everybody about crypto, and he's one of the great kind of better YouTubers out there. So I'll put a link down below. So kind of click on that link if you're in the kind of chat room just now. I'll put a link at the top of the chat room. Click on that link and support CryptoBitcoinChris as well. Want to support our fellow YouTubers, and his new channel is called Crypto Revolution. So I'd wondered what kind of happened to him, but that's been the reason. I've just seen his couple of videos this morning, and Crypto Chip from the premium group has kind of posted, and Kevin kind of wrote to me this morning as well about this. And somebody else had kind of written to me about it. So we want to help our fellow YouTubers and fellow Kryptonites as well. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. Okay, I'm just going to see if anybody's in the chat area. I've got a few people in. So we have Marcus Jafari is in, Andreas, Tim Gash, Crypto Don Juan is in the house, Tony P, Stephen King, Deb, one of our brown admins is in. Good to see you, buddy. Long live CBC, yes. Crypto Don Juan, another big supporter for CryptoBitcoinChris as well. I have to do this. This is a community. I don't mind supporting fellow YouTubers and kind of giving them a big shout out. We have to support kind of our community and the people in it as well. Boring, that was not possible to buy BTT yesterday. Andreas, yes, we'll talk about that as well. Alex Jug is in, Aloysius, Bruce Rudling, James Oklahoma, one of our brown admins as well. Gino Dow, Olobram Blur, Blabler, I don't know if I'm saying it, Bramblebur, I'll say that. Olo Bramblebur, High Plains Drifter, Reggie1674, Crypto Dread, Image Dieter, Brundle 25 as well. So before we go on, if you could go down to the likes button just now and crush those likes just now. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed before, and it's brilliant to see you here. Really appreciate you joining me in the morning or late at night where you are. If you're in America, if you're on the west coast, it's just after midnight. I know Crypto Dread is in the east coast, I think. Donny Down Matthew is in. Yes, CBC is an amazing fella and very humble, puts a lot of work in digging up news. He does put a hell of a lot of work in, more so than me, I have to be honest. So if you're going to subscribe to any channel, definitely subscribe to CryptoBitcoinChris' channel, who is now Crypto Revolution. So definitely do that. Okay, we'll look at the markets, jump right in to the markets. That's paying homage to CryptoBitcoinChris, but he's still with us anyway in Crypto Revolution. There we go. Bitcoin is down again. We've seen that already. 3,408. Overall market capitalization is 111 billion. Down under 34 billion. Bitcoin dominance up slightly to 53.6%. So who's the winners? Are there any winners in the top 100? Yes, there are. So we'll just have a look. Mobile Go up 26%. We've got Aurora Coin 8.68%. Waves is starting to go up this morning. Chainlink going back up. Ravane, Odem is up. Stasis, I think that's a stable coin. Yeah, it is. So they're all stable coins. So not that many, about 6% in the top 100 in the green, and the rest are in the red. PundyX, just really bad timing. I thought I was really going to sail into the mid-20s, up to late 20s. But the kind of Bitcoin crash has kind of scuppered that. Same with Dent as well. Hot is still holding up, which is good. And they're still holding up about 3940 Satoshi. So they might take another run up, actually. So we'll have a look at that as well. So PundyX down 11.27%. Binance Coin down, obviously, because of yesterday, what happened yesterday with the BTT token ICO sale. Factom down, Komodo down, Redcoin, DigixDale. Most are in the red of the top 100. We'll have a look at the top all of the coins. Trading over 10k, we'll do 10k and see what's done well over the last 24 hours. So Hercules, that's traded 12k. We shouldn't really do 10k actually. Traded 12k, up 714%. Whatever Hercules is. Jet 8, we'll not have a look at them. I don't see the point. I was trying to see if we could see some big ones there. Crypto Harbor, up 37%. Unobtainium is up 42%. That's the, oh, that's they're trading over that. Pylon Network, OptiToken, Mobile Go, obviously. Red Pulse Phoenix, that's just starting to rise as well. DP Rating, Park Gene Delphi as well. So they're all up over the last 7 days. Global Talent up 181%. Sentinel Chain we looked at yesterday. Beam is up. So I'm looking at Beam and Grin coin just now. Jimbo in the kind of group, the premium group, has been talking about this a lot. He got in at the very kind of low point. I think it was around about 60-70 cents. And it's kind of gone as high as $3, Beam. So I've been looking into it, trying to find out more about it because I didn't really quite understand what it could bring. And I thought originally it was going to help Bitcoin in some way, but it's a kind of protocol Mimble-Wimble that's could possibly help kind of Bitcoin. So Beam and Grin are the two tokens on that new protocol. So it looks interesting. A lot of people are talking about it, but I'd like to try and understand it first before I get in. From an investment point of view, it could be a good short to mid-term investment. Long term, I don't know. I just don't know about long term. So that's that. Let's go back to chat. See, there's the Crypto Dread. Everybody stay warm. Let's all have a blessed day. Yeah, it's snowing here in Scotland. Just started snowing this morning. We've got about a centimetre of snow just now, but it just started again. Binance had a meltdown with BTT coin airdrops. It sold out in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's kind of part of the headline here. I wonder if it was because of the endless spam in Chris's video comments. I always report the spam. I didn't see the spam in his video comments. I just watched the videos. I hope it's nothing to do with that. Donate morning Steve, yes, CBC, amazing. Oh, said that already. Bernard Ronald is in the house. Oh, say that dead slow. Going to Dent, putting in 1/2 BTC after your call on the day. Going to 31. Do you think we'll see it move north of 40? Yes, I do. However, it just depends on the Bitcoin price. If the Bitcoin price is going to stay low, then I don't know if these also are going to come back up. But I do believe that Dent will get, well, my thinking is it was going to be late high 40s. So I put in money myself. So I was in TRX for the community fund trading, the community fund, and also my own as well. And this is the money I took out of BAB. So I've grown that already by about half a Bitcoin. The money I took out of BAB and kind of my own money as well. So it's grown by half a Bitcoin. But because of Dent, it's come back down again. So probably round about even, breaking even just now. So I'll probably put round about the same, and I'll probably maybe double that, Donny, into Dent. So I'm keeping it in Dent just now, and see what happens with that. So we'll just have a look at that as well. We'll have a look at the Bitcoin price. So looks as if it's fallen, to be honest. It looks as if it's going to fall more, to be honest. If this 3,300 doesn't kind of stay, if this kind of gets broken at 3,300, we're obviously going to go down to 3,000. Or it looks as if we could go down to 3,000. So we have been as low on Bitcoin. It's 3,322. So didn't quite touch the 3,300, which is some kind of level of support there at 3.3. And below that, we're looking at 3,000 as a psychological support. There's no real support there at 3,000 as a psychological support. If we break that, we're down to 2,500 or 2,800, 2,500, and it could be as low as 1,800. But we just have to kind of just emotionally detach ourselves from this market and know that it will come back up. Know that it will come back up, and know that there is an element of control. I don't think it's all being manipulated and controlled. I'm not that conspiratorial, but there is an element of control in there, obviously. And the more this goes down, the more there's going to be capitulation. And capitulation is just where you throw your hands up in the air and go, right, that's it, I'm just selling everything off. I'm getting out of the crypto market. That's what the big institutional investors want. That's what the big kind of players want in the market as well. They want you to sell so they can get much cheaper. They buy it all up, and that'll start the next bull run. Don't capitulate. Don't capitulate. If anything, just walk away from the markets just now and just come back in a month's time. Just check in on it once a month or something. It wouldn't really help this channel if you'd done that, but that's what it's best for you. It's not what's best for me. But if you're kind of feeling like that and you're starting to think, oh shit, is this ever going to change? That's when that capitulation feeling comes in. So we need to kind of emotionally detach from this and just think, if the money we've invested just now, and just say, okay, it's lost. Just say in your head that money is lost. You're never going to see that money again. If you put in kind of 50,000, 100,000, or 20,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is, just say, okay, that's lost. Don't count on it coming back up, but that way you can emotionally detach and just watch the markets from an unemotional point of view. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that, but I've learned to do that as well. I had a lot of money in the market, a hell of a lot of money, and it was hard to watch it going down and kind of down, but obviously I've kind of since changed position and started trading, and that's brought it kind of back up somewhat. But it's still way down where it could have been, and where I should have got out as well, but that was my own stupidity. That was my own fault. But I know next time. So it's all, every day's a school day. It's all about learning. So that's where Bitcoin is just now. It does look as if it's going to fall further. If it breaks 3,300, we're kind of scuppered. We're knackered, and it's going to go to 3,000, I think. If we break that, then goodness knows where it's going to happen. Or we could get a bounce from here. Can I see that happening? I just don't know. But we're going to reach what is the kind of all-time low there? 3,125. That's not the all-time low, but it's a... I'll just see where the last time we reached that kind of figure. It was back in the 24th, so it had been about nearly 2 years ago, or say a year and a half ago since we reached 3,100 level. And there is kind of support here at 3,000, as I said. We go down to 2.5. So just don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but there's always going to be opportunities for trading in the market. That's what's so good about kind of crypto. There's always going to be opportunities for this as well. I think what needs to happen with the market, I don't know if you agree with this, we need to get rid of the deadwood. See, what's kind of happening just now is if we imagine just now we're kind of looking for a kind of a mountain just now. If we're kind of out in the wilderness and we're looking for this mountain, we can't see it because of all the trees. There's loads of trees. There's kind of loads of smaller mountains that are just getting in the way, and we just can't see this big mountain, which is Bitcoin and the other kind of major cryptocurrencies, and we can't see it for all these trees, which is kind of deadwood and stuff like that. We need to get rid of all these trees in order to see what's in front of us, in order to see what's actually going to stay with us and what's actually going to be the big thing in crypto and what actually people are going to be using. It's going to be a use case, and it's not all the crap that people have just done an ICO for money. I think a lot of companies have done that. We're going to have to get rid of all the crap in order for this market to go back up. We're just going to have to get rid of it. And that's what the kind of tree, that analogy, it's probably not a good analogy to use, but that's what's happening just now. We just can't see the bigger picture just now. This big mountain that we need to kind of look at, we just can't see it because of all the crap that's in there just now. It's kind of, our eyes have been misted over just now with all the crap that's out there. But the question is, how do you decide what's crap? Is Ethereum crap? Is Ripple crap? Is Bitcoin crap? We don't know. We can't differentiate. We need to kind of educate ourselves more as well. And at best, it's an educated guess. At best, it's an educated guess. Now, I'm not talking about the real shit coins, the crap coins, the ones that just literally done an ICO just for the money and then just kind of ran, and they've no project, they've no product there, there's nothing there behind it. They've just done an ICO and hope to kind of raise some money. So I'm not talking about those projects because we don't need to guess with them. They're going to disappear. Without a doubt, they're going to disappear. And we're talking about the bigger ones. So that's the kind of question we have to ask ourselves. Okay, so on to the BitTorrent. What happened with BitTorrent as well? Just have a look at that. So Tron's BitTorrent token sell out in minutes. Binance CEO says demand was astronomical. So I've seen Keith Waring. He was live trying to buy the BitTorrent, buy into the BitTorrent token, and the BitTorrent token sale, ICO sale. Could not get in at all. It couldn't get in. I think there was a button that he was kind of trying to press, and it just wouldn't let him get past it at all. So he was kind of first, one of the first in on that, but he just couldn't get in at all. So I don't know if this was, you know, kind of, I know that's conspiratorial again, but I don't know if it's just one for the boys, and CZ kind of keeping it for himself. Not for himself, but for his posse. But I don't think that would be the case. I can't see that kind of being the case. But it sold out in literally 15 minutes. However, I'd kind of decided not to even try for this. I just sold Tron before. I think I sold Tron at 815 Satoshi. Before, I thought it would climb much higher, but as it was coming closer and closer to the ICO kind of time, I thought this is not going that much higher. So it kind of sold out at 815 Satoshi, got out then, and then subsequently Tron kind of fell down, but not as much as I thought it was going to fall. I thought Tron would fall a lot harder, but BNB's fallen a lot harder. So just take a look at what happened to TRX and BNB. So there was that. Get rid of that. So we can see here it's up at 780. It's up at 780 Satoshi. Now I thought this would come right back down to below 700, even kind of below that as well. And it got down to about 737. So it didn't fall that much just now. It really didn't fall that much. So I kind of expect, I don't expect the price to hold at these levels for Tron. But now we've got the situation is people who buy Tron are going to get in on the airdrop of BTT on the 11th of February. So are people going to start buying Tron again to get in on the airdrop? I wouldn't do it for that reason. I definitely wouldn't do it for that reason. But other people are going to do that. Because you're only getting about 10% of your Tron kind of holdings in BTT. So BTT I'm not so sure about, to be honest. I think it was kind of overhyped. I don't know. I just don't know how it's going to play out. I can't see the kind of tokenomics of it, how it's all going to work and how they're going to do that and how quickly they're going to be able to do that. So I don't see the value in BTT, and to be honest, but I recognise the hype value in it. So I do definitely recognise that. So that's what might drive Tron back up as well. So we don't know. So what happened to BNB? That was a lot harder fall. Well, not that much harder, but this is on the weekly. We're just going to have to, I should have seen that on the 4-hourly chart actually. So we can see it fell by about 14% at one stage, but it's kind of stabilising just now. BNB is different. It's a different animal altogether. I think there's more value in the BNB coin and BNB to it. Just everything that they're doing, they're actually making money as well. It's a use case as well. Tron, experimenting with lots of different things, and I still think it's good for the future because of all the marketing they've got. Brilliant marketing by Justin Sun, you cannot deny that. But I'd see there's more value in the Binance coin. So that's came down, it's kind of stabilised just now at 179,000. We'll just go back to TRX because I was on the weekly chart there. Tron, I want TRX, BTC, we'll have it on Binance. So what did that fall? 14%, so it's around about the same as BNB, so I'm talking crap. I thought it was BNB was a lot harder fall, but it wasn't really. So it did get to 858 at one stage, went down to 737, and it's kind of stabilised just now. So there you go, that's what happened yesterday. Didn't go as well as I'd kind of hoped. I thought it was going to reach about 1,000 Satoshi. It didn't quite get there, only got up to 858. Still made some money from it, which was good, and got into dent. Subsequently lost money there. Well, I've not lost money, I've just not sold out yet. but got into Dent and thought, okay, this is going to double or near double. And I still think it could. I just think with the BTC price going down, that's kind of scuppered the plans somewhat. And it did go up to 36. I still think it's going to double. Hot is just holding up really well as well. I'm really surprised at Hot. So this could do another jump up, another run up, because it's not falling with the BTC price, it's actually held. So this could have another run up. PundiX I thought was going to be another doubler as well, and again this could be a doubler from here as well. So keep an eye on PundiX, Dent and Hot. Definitely keep an eye on them over the next few weeks. So currently I'm in Dent at the moment. The reason I went into Dent and not PundiX, PundiX was higher at the time, it was about at 19 Satoshi. Dent was 33 Satoshi. But if we look at CoinMarketCap and we look at Dent, which is making money, they're both making money. We'll have to remember this. Dent is making money, obviously, from mobile phones. They're doing partnerships all the time as well. So Dent has a market capitalization of 30 million. This is not a big factor, but it was a factor for me in trying to make my decision. And PundiX has a market capitalization of 102 million. So rather than going into PundiX, I kind of put the money into Dent, but I do recognise and feel that PundiX is going to jump up as well. And somebody asked me, where do you think it's going to be by the end of 2019? I have not a clue. I can almost say with almost certainty that you're going to get at least 100% on two of them, on both of them, on Dent and PundiX. So if all you did was just put $100,000 in PundiX, at the end of 2019 is going to be worth at least 200,000. Same with Dent as well. And I could say that with kind of a high degree of confidence there. But it's not financial advice. Do your own research and all that stuff. I'll need to get rid of that. That's CryptoBitcoinChris's new channel. Right, who else is in? Is TRX worth holding? It's at 781 currently. I'm down like 4.8%, but looking for your opinion moving forward. It's difficult, James. It's really difficult to kind of call that one, because I honestly expected Tron to fall, but it's held up. It has held up a lot better than I thought it was going to do. So 779 just now. It's just a difficult one to call. This people are going to try and get in on Tron now because of the BTT airdrop that's going to be happening. And I expected that to happen anyway. That's what I kind of said before all this. So it might be that you could hold, but keep if you're stop loss out at 5% just now, I would maybe only do another 1 or 2% and then just get out of it if it's going to drop further. But it's really, really difficult to call. But this is kind of what I've expected. So I thought after or just before BTT, the Tron price was going to drop dramatically. It didn't drop dramatically, but it dropped. And then after the BTT token sale, I thought, okay, the price of Tron is going to go back up again from its lows, which it kind of has from 737. It's kind of went back up to 780, and then keep on going up until the airdrop, and then it's going to drop down again. But it's held. It's held, so really difficult one to call, James. Chris Noble is in. Hello Tanji, yes, I too am getting Tron airdrops from freezing TRX. So I think a lot of people are going to do that. Personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it just to get some BTT, but I recognise the hype around it. Ben Polgardy is in the house. Brundle25, any info back from the Freedom of Information Act regarding BAB? Did you check spam email? Brundle25, I put this in the group. So I got an email back basically saying they can't give me any information because of some monetary act. So I put this in the two BAB groups. But I consequently got slated for it, saying I was kind of spreading FUD and stuff, and I thought, I'll bugger this, I'm just going to leave. So I just left the two BAB groups. And despite everything I've done for BAB and still being an ambassador, and still am an ambassador, and still really want them to succeed, still getting slated for it, so I thought, I don't need this, and just left the groups. So I put it in there, and that's basically what they said. They came back to it. This is from SEMA. from Cayman Islands. They came back to me and said, we can't give you the information under this monetary act, so sorry, there's just no information to be had. And to be honest, I didn't know what I expected. I just expected to say, okay, this is a stage that they have put an application in, and this is a stage that it's nearly finished, or they're looking at it, or it's been whatever, but nothing. And from the PRA, I've just had a response from the FCA, and the PRA had a response yesterday from the FCA saying the PRA are now dealing with it, and that's a Prudential Regulation Authority in the UK. So they're dealing with that, and I've still not had a response from them. So the FCA passed over to the PRA, so just waiting on the PRA just now. But I will pass that over to you once I get that as well. But it's not FUD, I'm just passing information on. So that's what happened in the kind of two BAB groups. Do you have any theta, Steve? G's like, no, I don't have any. G's like, emotions, people control your emotions, remain calm. Yeah, I think that's, if you can emotionally detach from the markets, you're going to do brilliant. Well, you're not going to do brilliant, but you're going to feel better anyway. VR BT token sales sold in 15 minutes in the bear market. I know. Matthew Parks, fully agree with the emotion advice. Yes, I think it's real important. I like the X wallet, never checked out yet. CryptoBitcoinChris, the real shit coins, that's funny. It's difficult, I know it's difficult to say. Gino Dal, my opinion is if you hold Tron or hodling, put into Tron wallet and freezing it, and you get the BTT airdrop. George Charles, hi, good morning guys. Sorry I'm late. No bother, George. Good to have you here. Donny Don Matthew, K-Stream was funny. He was in the F this. Yeah, he was really he was really screaming at CZ about that. So he was really peed off. It was quite funny. Gino Dal at 840 sats. I transferred Tron my wallet. Excellent. I still expect Tron to come down over time. Yeah, I'm expecting it to come down as well. But it may go up for the airdrop. Held on to Tron a little too long, had a sell order at 0.294, cancelled it, seeing it going past 0.3 cents, and bang, didn't see that price again. Nightmare. Unless the BTT price goes through the roof. I think that could happen, that this could really jump up and it could really get in the top 100 straight away. Purely on hype. For a use case, I don't really see it myself. I just don't see it. But it wouldn't surprise me if it got in the top 100 or even the top 50 straight away. Funny, APL has been a good trading coin with this volatility. There is a trading range between 980 and 1700 on Bitmark, with 24-hour volume of around 4,300 ETH. BTT and U-turn are used by form of government, YouTube, NASA, but it's global economy streaming and documents. It could do well. I'm just not too sure about it. And then selling big data packs to big companies also. They're doing a few things. They've got a few partnerships coming up as well. I think it could be really good for Dent. If you had to make a call between Pundy X, Hot and Dent today, which would it be? I'd probably, Lawrence, I'd probably say split it. Hot, because it's went up already, so it's gone up to 300% already from where we called it. Not from where I called it, but I would called it kind of from really 12, 16 Satoshi. So it's went up to 300%. So you're then saying, okay, it's not finished. I don't believe by any manner of means it's finished going up. I just think it's riskier. So Pundy X or Dent, where would I put it in? Again, it's either or, but purely because of the low market cap, and it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Purely because of the low market cap, I'll put it into Dent. Not financial advice, Lawrence. Do your own research and all that, but that's my thinking behind that. Okay, we'll go to some. Oh, this is in news. I want to show you this. This was weird. I just seen this in the premium group, and thanks who posted this in the premium group as well. I'm just going to check to see who did that actually. I just seen this before it came live. It was who done it? It was CryptoBitcoinChris actually. So thanks for this. CryptoBitcoinChris, I just seen this in the premium group. And it's from KuCoin. So KuCoin are delisting of some of the projects, and this is under the special treatment rule. So under the special treatment rule, they're going to be stopping or delisting ArcBlock, Singularity Net, Aron, Data, IHT, Polymath, QuantStamp and Substratum. To me, that is mental, because most of these projects are really good projects. From what I've looked, Polymath, QuantStamp, Substratum, don't really know about IHT, Data, Aron, Singularity Net, don't really know about ArcBlock. But it just seems crazy to me that they're delisting these tokens or these projects. And this is a kind of special treatment rule that they've got. And they've got 11 kind of things there, a list of 11. It's either for low liquidity for a certain period of time, the project ceases or is likely to cease its operations, project fails to inform KuCoin of its material change, it fails to cooperate with KuCoin for regular routine inspection, it's a security issue about the project's technology, and loads of kind of other things as well. So under the special treatments, these are getting delisted, which seems crazy to me, to be honest. So thanks for that, Crypto Don Juan. I appreciate. Was it yourself? Hopefully it was yourself and it wasn't kind of you reposting. So I might be crediting the wrong person, but thanks for kind of sharing that as well. Really appreciate it. Okay, what was the other news I was kind of looking at? Right, this is interesting more and more with regards to Venezuela and kind of what's happening in Iran and kind of possibly happening around the world as well that could happen again. And it interests me from a macro point of view. We'll look at it from a macro point of view. So it turns out Venezuela's oil-backed cryptocurrency is real after all. So in December, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro announced that the South American nation's government was going to launch an oil-backed cryptocurrency called the Petro. And everybody started talking about that and nobody believed it was there. However, since the announcement, the Petro has been a controversial cryptocurrency. Maduro has claimed 100 million tokens were to be issued and has since made it an official alternate currency. So it's an official alternate currency in Venezuela. So the Venezuelan leader has pushed its adoption by forcing organisations in Venezuela to use the Petro and by converting pensioners' payments to it without their permission. Obviously a controversial way of doing that and not the best way to kind of get people using cryptocurrency, but it's another way of doing it certainly. It's not really funny, but it seems that this is actually a thing and the Petro is hopefully going to help Venezuela. I'm saying hopefully but they're hoping it's going to help Venezuela. There's another news story as well. Iran may unveil state-backed cryptocurrency this week. So Iran is reportedly expected to announce a state-backed digital currency at the annual Electronic Banking and Payment Systems Conference, which starts on January the 29th, which is today. The move is an attempt to bypass US-imposed economic sanctions. Now, despite what you may or may not think about Iran, what they've done, what they're doing, anybody, and what the kind of US are doing about the kind of sanctions as well, and other sanctions that's been imposed on them from Europe and places like that. This is a legitimate use of cryptocurrency. Now, as I said, despite what you think, there's no colour, there's no race, there's no creed in cryptocurrency. Despite what you think, I think this is a good use case scenario for the likes of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever, but they're going to launch their own state-backed one. And I think that a lot of countries are going to have sovereign cryptocurrencies as well. I think that's going to come, which is a bigger move, which is only a kind of another move up to, can we have a gold standard, like a Bitcoin standard kind of currency. So it could be that the pound, the euro, the dollar is backed by cryptocurrency. A lot of people say that's definitely not going to happen, but it could, just like we had the gold standard. Obviously they got rid of that because the Feds and kind of UK and Europe just wanted to print their own money and didn't have to be backed by gold. So they got rid of that. So they could have a digital currency standard as well, i.e. Bitcoin standard backed currency. But I think there's going to be a lot more sovereign currencies we're going to see as well. So I think that was really interesting. Bitcoin, BTC and other cryptocurrencies can now be credited to Uber app. So Vendit recently announced that it now supports Uber, the world's large cab hailing service. This will allow cryptocurrencies to be credited to the user's Uber wallet, which can now be used to pay for cab rides. So Vendit is the first cryptocurrency firm to successfully link Uber to a wallet credited by any virtual currency. Although this has been an effort many companies have been working on, the Vendit payment system makes use of a special merchant processor system, that can be adopted into a point-of-sale merchant system, allowing itself to be seamlessly integrated with apps such as Uber. So currently Vendit also supports other popular apps and services such as IHOP and Domino's Pizza, the popular pizza chain. So another kind of step towards mass adoption. Ripple, this is kind of reported almost daily now. To be honest, this is from Whale Alert on, if you don't know him, on Twitter. He kind of reports on big movements and all the top coins as well, all the top projects. And he's reported that there was 463 million XRP transferred from Ripple to Bitstamp. So that's the largest transaction of 136 million was sent to the crypto exchange's Bitstamp from Ripple's over-the-counter distribution wallet. And Ripple regularly sells XRP to institutions and exchanges and currently owns about 60% of the coin's total supply, with most of it locked in escrow. So this is a big thing as well. But the thing here as well, and it's still, I think Ripple is going to be one of the big ones that survives. Ripple just fired off $250 million worth of XRP in 2 transactions that took just seconds to complete. Seconds to complete, and probably pennies it cost as well. Transaction fee 5 XRP, or 500 drops. So pennies, literally pennies, to transfer that much money, $250 million. So I think Ripple is going to be huge. They're not doing too well at the moment. So 8,442 at the moment. They've gone down. This is on the hourly chart. We'll look at the macro point of view on the daily chart. It's certainly nowhere near its low. And I think this year Ripple is really going to come out on top. I really do think Ripple is going to come out on top. Same with Cardano as well. Cardano, I've not looked at them. Down as well, 1102. Not that bad. Not that bad. But nowhere near where they have been. I think Cardano and Ripple and the big projects like this, the good kind of big projects like this, are really going to come out on top and show how crypto is meant to be run. But still, yeah, I do really think XRP and Cardano are just going to rise to the top big time. Tron, that was a bit Tron, we kind of discussed that already. Discussed that already, so that's it. That's the news. Okay, I'll just go to some of the comments. Doc just pumped. Come on, cheers Steve for the daily calls. So Doc was a daily call. We'll just have a look at Doc. I was wondering what happened with that. Doc BTC 258. That's on a daily. We'll just look on the hourly. Good, good. I think, to be honest, I called Doc at 284. I think was it 284? I called it. I think it's about 284 or something. Yeah, around about these prices. And it subsequently went down, so hopefully it can come back up. So around about 260, that's good. So yeah, my pleasure for the calls. I like doing the daily calls. I love Dent. Think it's going to get bigger and bigger. Data is a new oil. Yeah, I think Dent is going to do really well. I really do think Dent is going to do well. Crypto Don Juan, no problem, mate. So was you. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that, Crypto Don Juan. Aloysius, G-Slick F. I'm also dropping my BAB. Can buy more VeChain. Never mind the loss. VeChain at this price will make up for it in the long run. BAB will probably recover in 2050. So we're at BAB just now. And obviously, I've not kind of told anybody to sell BAB. I'm just telling everybody what I was doing, what I was thinking, because I believe as well, I just thought, what's the point in kind of watching BAB going down and down and down, where I could trade that, could have traded it, it was 2.4 Bitcoin worth, or just under 2.4 Bitcoin. I could actually trade that, bring it up, and if BAB does kind of get the license, I can jump back into BAB with the trade. And I should have done it a long time ago, to be honest. Should have done it a long time ago and had that money there and been trading. I could have made a hell of a lot more trading than hodling. Hodling doesn't work for the long term unless you're going to DCA in, and that's dollar cost average. If you really believe in it long term and you really are kind of investing in it, and I did believe in kind of BAB long term. I really did believe in it long term. That I was just going to park the money. That's why I kind of hodled. But there was certain kind of red flags that just kind of had me questioning. So that's why I took it out, and I'm just going to trade with it. See what happens. Still hold Substratum. That is worrying. I don't know why KuCoin are doing it. I think it's going to be a victim of actually going on KuCoin. So if you go into KuCoin, for example, BAB's on KuCoin as well. If you go into KuCoin and you're low trading, you could get kicked off of KuCoin for that. But it's because a lot of people don't use KuCoin in the first place. So a lot of these tokens could get kicked off because of low trading or low liquidity. So, well, liquidity is different from the trading kind of volume, I suppose, and that's different altogether. So, yeah, I think, why would anybody go on to KuCoin if they're going to be doing the likes of this? It seems strange. Well, VChain should be good, I think. I don't have any. I'm using to pounce on it soon. I think VChain should be good for the long term. Petra could be good for day trading. LOL, yeah. This delisting transferred my quant and issue to Binance and hit BTC. Yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare. QSP, I can't believe they're delisting it. Wow, I know there's a Substratum. I can't believe they're delisting that. QSP, I can't believe they're delisting that either. Singularity Net, AGI, that's another big one. Aron as well. Polymath, it seems mental to me, but we don't know the reason. They've got 11 reasons why it can be delisted, but we don't know the reason for each individual one. I got no XRP. I'm sus. You're still suspect about that? No, I still like XRP. Got no Tron. Sus. Gene, views on where BAB could go from here, please. I still think BAB could make it. They just need this bloody license. They need to get this license from the Cayman Islands or from Lithuania, from wherever they're going to get it from, Barry. I don't know where they're going to get it from, but they need that license or a license. They don't need it, but nothing's going to differentiate them from anybody else if they don't get the license, because they'll be the first bank on the blockchain. If they don't get the license, nothing, because there's loads of other companies got other licenses that BAB have got, so they need that differentiation. James Bond, hi all to you. G-Slick, Kin chart, +1 on Kin thoughts. Kin, still think it's going to do well. I really do think it's going to do well. They're just really in the doldrums just now. We've got the Kin chart up there. This is an ETH, 24 GUI. It's going down all the time. It's near its all-time low. It's not quite hit its all-time low at 19, but it's near its all-time low. For me, if you've ever watched Ted Livingston talk, go and watch some of Ted Livingston's video from Kin. He's also taken on the SEC for the whole of cryptocurrency, not just for Kin or Kik. His company's Kik. Obviously, Kin is the kind of token they're going to be used for Kik, the Kik app as well. Go and look at Ted Livingston talk, to listen, kind of read the stories about the SEC. He's willing to stand up and say this, what you're doing or what you're trying to regulate cryptocurrency as being a security or whatever, is just not correct. Read the stories and then decide on Kin. I think Kin is going to be big for the long term. I really do think it's going to be big for the long term. Now could be a brilliant time to buy. We can see here it's been as high as 144 in GUI. This is in GUI, so look at BTC kind of value. Kin, BTC, that will give us a better picture. I can't picture it in GUI and Ethereum. Much better in ETH. Obviously, Bitcoin price is 1 Satoshi just now. That's why you're better trading in Ethereum just now, because you're going to get a much better price because it's only 1 Satoshi. If it was higher than that, it'd be a bit different. But 1 Satoshi, and it has been as high as 9 kind of Satoshi there as well. So in line with all the other cryptocurrencies, down 80-90%. But with regards to in Kin GUI, it's totally different. So we'll look on there and see. So 91% in Bitcoin. So if we change it and look at, that's not going to help you much actually. Ethereum from the high to where it is just now, 83%. So you're better trading it in Ethereum if you're going to buy Kin just now. You're going to get a better price overall, rather than buying it at 1 Satoshi. So yeah, I still think Kin is going to be good for the long term. I really do. Check out some of Ted Livingston's talks. Just an extremely intelligent guy. Not just because he's intelligent. There's lots of intelligent people in crypto, but what he's doing, what his ethos is, what his vision is, he's not just here to make money. It's clear that he wants us to succeed, and he's taken on the SEC as well. He's got balls to do that, you have to say. James Oklahoma, is Kin to be listed on Binance, or is this just a rumour? Same question for MFT. I think it is a rumour just now, but if it was, I think that would help it massively for Kin. It'd definitely help it massively. Ajmal Salim, good morning to you. Ted is a very smart man, he knows what he's doing. He really does. He really does. I'm using Kin app. It's a good app. Download and try it out, people. Yeah, that's what to do. Just kind of try out the app. Have a look at Ted Livingston and read the stories about him taking on the SEC as well. And you realise he's not just a kind of fly by the night. He's here to stay, and he wants to make a difference. That's the people. When we kind of go into cryptocurrencies as well, it's like buying a kind of product. When we buy the iPhone or something, or we buy the kind of iPad or the Mac, we bought it because of marketing as well, because of sleek design as well, but because of Steve Jobs. We're buying into that kind of person as well. We buy into people as well. It's not just that we're not buying into cryptocurrency. If we look at the team behind it, this is why CZ is so good. Justin Sun, they buy into him, obviously because of his marketing as well. Same with Ted Livingston, they buy into kind of Kin because of Ted Livingston. Should we take the time to kind of look out people like this? So we don't buy the cryptocurrency, buy the people behind it, the team behind it as well. That's why I like 10x as well, because of Julian Hosp as well. I really liked what he was doing, really liked what he was saying. Obviously he's kind of stepped down, but he's kind of pushed it forward and then going up as well. But I really like what he has to say as well, Julian Hosp. So I bought into it for that reason as well. So buy into people as well as kind of the use case scenario of cryptocurrencies as well. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. We'll just have another look at kind of what's happening on Binance. So Phoenix, Red Pulse Phoenix is going up again, which is good. That's jumped up big time. So this is what I mean. Even though Bitcoin price is coming down, falling, there's still opportunities out there. Chainlink, it looks as if it's going to do another jump up. So we could have another high for Chainlink. That's on a 4-hour chart. It's kind of went up big time already, but it looks as if it's moving again. So we could get an all-time high for Chainlink on Binance. Ogre, I think that's going to do well in the long term as well, and that's starting to rise again. So we could see another kind of high there. Not an all-time high, but certainly a high. Lend is starting to come up. Engine Coin. Doc is moving, which is good to see. BQX, Nulls. Still loads of trading opportunities out there. TRX, where are they? 784. So if you stayed in, that's good. So you'll notice here on, if you look at the daily chart, or even if you go into the 4-hourly. No, it's on a daily. You're going to get a better picture. It's kind of bouncing off. It's went all the way up and bounced off the 7 EMA and just kind of bounced off and went back up. So if it's to fall below this price or close below this price, that's maybe when to get out. Just look at some of Pundi X 18. See, on the daily, it still looks good on the daily. Still looks good. It's never crossed over before, and that's the first time it's crossed over. And that's why I think it's going to go higher. This was a call of the day yesterday at 33 Satoshi. But a lot of people might get stopped out actually because the stop loss was probably being, as said, about 30. So that wasn't a good call in hindsight, but still, I'm still into Dent and still think it's going to go up and double. When that is going to be now because of the Bitcoin price falling, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Whatever you're doing, have a brilliant day. And remember, check out CryptoBitcoinChris, Crypto Revolution. Check out his channel and kind of jump on that as well and subscribe to that as well. Want to help our fellow YouTubers out, and he's one of the good guys, so I want to definitely help him out. So thank you very much for your time, really appreciate it, and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste, take care, bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the